be live, so this is like a, a quick beginning intro of what I'm gonna be like discussing on, like talking about in the next couple of lives. So yeah, let's get started. So if you are seeing this video, this is for you. This means that you are in a grand of arrival. You are arriving to your true, authentic self. Um, a lot of us is not operating on the old world anymore. A lot of us is operating on a new system. Um, a lot of us wants to attract good things and get rid of old things that no longer serve us. So, by this being said, if you're watching this, you have already agreed to yourself, to your soul tribe that you are ascending or you have already ascended. So, this is going to be a wonderful experience, um, wonderful topics to talk about. How a lot of women are not using like their old ways to get the things that they want in life. They don't have to like really rely on a man to want the things that they want in life. A lot of times, a lot of females are coming into their power and using the power by the mind, by understanding that your mind is more powerful than anything outside of you. You yourself is powerful. And that goes for divine masculines who are coming into who and know what they are, what they're here for, to not only serve the women, but to also protect the women. Not only serve others, but also serve self. And a lot of time we get lost in serving others and serving and not really serving ourselves. We tend to forget ourselves. We tend to forget that we are spirits having a human experience. It's this whole illusion is just like a holographic world we are living in, and it's like a virtual reality, like a dream within a dream. So we tend to get to like be lucid when we are living. So this is a wonderful time because there are gonna be a lot of divine men coming up speaking for divine feminine, and it's gonna be a good movement because the old world, you remember like back then we used to get shitted on so much, like, oh, I hate women, I don't like women, or like anything that was so negative against the divine feminine. But now we're coming into our own intuition, into our own gift, and literally tapping into ourselves and being true to ourselves, because there are going to be some people who are going to come up on this platform to say things that other people are not brave enough to say. It's not necessarily they're not brave enough to say it. It has to be said. It was already programmed for them to say. So we're gonna see a lot of like generational break, like a lot of generational breaking curses, and I'm seeing that now. I learned that when you are ascending in your higher self, a lot of your peers are gonna attract you. Like they're gonna attract your energy. You're gonna think they just want you sexually, but it's just that they don't know how to handle your energy. So it's it's gonna be hard for them to really truly be around you, and it's gonna feel lonely. I understand it's gonna feel lonely. Only the reason why it feels lonely, all of this isolation, separation right now, is because we're getting rid of our old karmic partner, our old karmic lover, our old karmic twin, if you want to think of that way, or those terms. You know, it's like we're getting rid of what's old and what's new to bring in. And this year is the return of soul. It's the return of a reset. It's the return of offset, set. So it's the return of women and divine men in their power. That's true. A lot of people can't deal with high vibrational people, and you will start to see the gang stalking of how they're gonna try to like remove you from your higher self, remove you from higher source. Don't let them remove you. because they're at the end of the day they're gonna come to their own enlightenment. They're gonna come to their own agreement of like who and what they are. It's just right now we just gotta be patient. We this is all it is. It's about learning to be patient with one another and learning to navigate as a spirit and a human, and learning to be everything you are on the inside and everything that matches your vibration on the outside. So how you walk is how you practice what you preach. How you walk is how you preach. Like it's we're gonna start seeing a lot of that nowadays. There's not gonna be a lot of trolls anymore. It's not gonna be no gatekeeping. It's not gonna be any of that no more because a lot of women are realizing that they are the key to open up portals, to open up dimensions. So they're gonna wanna open up some type of like whatever it is that they heart desire or what they want to truly manifest. And it kind of takes a woman and a man really to really understand how to really ascend or to get in a formal idea of what is true enlightenment. Enlightenment is realization. Enlightenment is understanding that you have to go through your darkest self, your darkest version of you in order to come out to the best version of you. So I wouldn't necessarily shut off that bad version of you just yet, because that bad version of you can might become you can turn that energy into a protector. So a protector of you and a protector of others. So there's gonna be a lot of protectors around this time, especially like in the beginning of the year. It's gonna be more people wanting to protect the ones that they love and fight for the things that they love as well. Yes, you gotta get deep into the darkness. You gotta get deep into what you don't like about yourself. What makes you uncomfortable. What kind of makes you you? Because women comes from dark matter. Dark matter associates with women. It's the womb. It is what creates matter. What creates darkness is what creates chaos. And a lot of women is starting to understand that we coming from the mother and the father of chaos. Some men are operating on the father chaos, and some women are operating on the mother chaos. Like it it totally depends on how you look out for your own outcome. Honestly, it totally depends. It totally depends on how you learn from this and how you truly ascend, how you truly transform your energy. A lot of times we get so stuck in our past is going to constantly remind us, not until we actually like step up to it and learn from it and actually say, hey, I I, I know I'm still kind of like doing these patterns, but give me a minute. At least I'm aware. Give me a minute to get rid of this energy. I don't want somebody to have this bad habit that I have. We a lot of times we're attracting the wrong partner, so we end up taking on their burdens and we actually become what they fear, or it's vice versa. Sometimes it can be that way too, to a male and a female. It it's a hard process to stop. It's hard to it's hard to stop transmuting negative energy. And in order for us to really get rid of these diseases, these bad energy, is to think of an object. Place your thought and format into an object. Visualize an object that is something relevant to you or close to you that you can really, associate. You can even grab a physical object, go buy some or go collect some, but cleanse that object out like with water, because water represents a balance. So in order to let go, you need to cleanse your palate, you need to cleanse your system as well. So put that negative energy inside of that object. All that thought, all that bad thought, all that what's making you feel like this, what's making you question you, put it inside that object and imagine something breaking it. But be careful, because energy energy can transmute still. It can still transmute in that process stage. So be careful where it goes. Be careful where you're sending it to, because when you're sending it up there, or as above so below type, what that's exactly what it is. What you do up there is what come in reflection in what you do down here. So be careful of where your negative energy go. Be careful what type of partner you're having sex with. Be like, just be very, very careful this year. Be more about you this year than you were last year or the years before. Learn to live for you. You know, a lot, we tend to want to live for others, but deep down we want to be selfish. This year it's okay to be selfish, because we we know that we've been through too much. You know, we know that it's time to actually have a grand rising and an authentic version of ourselves, to be the best what we want to be, not what other people desire you to be. It's 2024 is no longer being somebody's puppet. It's no longer women using men using women, or it's not about how much money you got, or how much knowledge do you gain, or how much wisdom you have. It's not about that. At this time, it's about ascending, loving each other just for existing, and knowledge that one another exist. That is all it's about. That's where this is coming to. We can't go back from an old system, bringing that old system and a new system, wanting to continually hating on feminine women or divine masculine. It's We need to let that shit go, because we need to better ourselves. I'm sorry, that's the only way I can actually come up with this. Like, we need to just understand us ourselves. Yeah, a lot of people ain't used to you accepting your space and taking yourself out of many equations you were in. They don't understand them. Strong boundaries. Yes, it's all about creating strong boundaries. Um, like, I learned that when I was in a relationship, I right now I just don't want to be in it because of it, because I'm still healing from the relationship, from what happened. Like, I never noticed some of the things that I knew back then, of how much of a program that this person had of me, or this person thought of me this way. And I never understood why it was like that until I realized it was also a reflection of me talking to myself that way, or how I thought of myself that way. So I learned to uh, like transmute that negative thought into something positive, something good. It's better said than done. It's the most hardest thing we are all having to do, is facing negativity, facing reality, facing these low vibrational men or these low vibrational women. It's they take our kind for granted. They take our weakness for granted. And then if you don't set boundaries, how do how do you expect anybody to really respect you if you don't truly set boundaries? I I have my fair share of trying to set boundaries, and then my boundaries get crossed, and then I don't do nothing about it, and then I keep continuing to let this man do things to me when I don't want them to be done to me. It's crazy. Like, we don't need to be in survival mode. This year is the year for us to live, and actually live in our purpose, and live in our true moment. If you don't like the job you're in, if you don't like the location you are in, if you don't like the people and your surroundings, then you know they're not really truly ascending. It's time to go. Spirit will tell you need to move, but don't wait too late for something to really pop off to move. Like, actually get up and go, because even though you might not know what to do right there in that moment of time, you might not know where you want to go or where you're going to be at, if you're going to have a roof over your head. I know it's scary. I'm in that process right now, and It's like Spirit says, hey, don't be afraid, be brave. And this is the rising of bravery. This is the rising of like divine masculine women being not afraid to be themselves and having everything they want in life and not letting nobody stop them at all. You gotta be about it, talk about it, honestly. So this was just like a little quick intro, like a quick message. Um, I do appreciate y'all that I am talking to behind closed doors. Y'all know who you are. And I honestly appreciate every advice that y'all give me because I do take it to consider and actually follow along and put that into life. But just know it's a grand rising. We're all ascending. We are really, truly ascending. You might not be able to like really believe it now, but it's gonna click in as you progress, as you heal in your journey. And I know a lot of time, a lot of us are operating on a hurt system. Now, some of us are operating on a healing system. It's no more matching energy with energy. Like, no, I'm gonna continue recognizing that this is my energy, this is who I am, and this is a representation of me. But I'm gonna let you know that you're not gonna sit here and disrespect me at the end of the day, cause I wouldn't do the same to you. I would not disrespect you as much as you disrespected me. It's that whole matching energy type shit is getting old. That whole that mouse and cat chasing thing, it's getting old. It's getting played out. It's either you really want to be with somebody for the right reason. Be with somebody because you love them, because you actually see a reflection of yourself with them. Don't be with nobody just because you're like, you're trying to go somewhere in life, or you're trying to like use people, or don't be a fucking leash. Nobody like leashes. Leashes get fucking burned, and that's very facts. Like, no, I had too many stories to even come up here to tell y'all like some shit that I had too many. Can't be a fucking narcissist. You goddamn right, truth. You can't not be a fucking narcissist. You is right. That's true. Sometimes you gotta be you if you want the blessing, just go and get the blessing. The blessing will always come to you. Like, don't never stop and have doubts about it when you're not getting it. It will come to you, bro. But alright, y'all, until next video, I will see y'all next slide. And I hope we continue to have a grand arrival. Man, this is a good thing. I hope we have like a good time. I want y'all to get to know me. I want to get to know y'all one-on-one. And if you want to hit me up, feel free to hit me up. My information is always underneath the video or in the tabs, and I do accept donations. Whatever dollar blessing you give me, it will return back to you 3 times fold. So I appreciate it, and I'll catch y'all next time.